This is a short video for checking different emboss transport errors for cards that possibly are jammed and causing that issue. So there's a variety of positions in here that you have to check for. So let's just go through the card feed and educate you on what happens with the cards. Cards are loaded into slot number 1. That's the only slot that you can load from, and of course the cards are pulled into there. There's a robotic arm that would pull that, and it brings it up and feeds it through here. Ordinarily this unit, if it was at a bank or something, would feed through here, the card would be printed, and then it goes down through here into the emboss unit. So one of the points that you can have a jam is in right here. So you push this button, pull that up, and then remove this, and then look down. Because what can happen is you can have cards along these rollers or in this path. And so we want to take a look at all of that. Okay, once we've determined that there is no, we've cleared whatever jam is there, or verify that there is no jam there, we can then go to the bottom part. And on the bottom, try to turn some light on for this. Okay, first off, we're going to remove the cassettes. Now, the ordinary spot that defect card should go to is right here. So if it has a problem, it rejects, go right here. What we want to look is make sure that there's no cards along the path here. Careful with that ribbon. We look in there. While it's off, we can gently, let's make sure that thing's out of the way. We can gently, now if it's to the back and you're bumping that, just gently pull this forward to about the center point and gently put that direction. Okay, now you'll see there's this blue knob right here. This blue knob allows you to advance the rollers. So if there were a card issue, the card normally comes out around here, and this robotic arm picks it up to take it through the embossing. And then from the embossing to the foil tipping, and of course the magnetic encoder, which is up in the device. So what we want to do is see if any cards advance by rotating this knob. Okay, so we find whatever cards that we can in the path. Now beyond that, when we put these things back in, you have to make sure that it's locked and that the key is removed. If you leave the key physically in one of these points, especially if it's turned to the right, you might get an error that the system is deactivated or anyway unlocked or something like that. Okay, that's the first thing that you want to go through. So we started out with here to make sure that there's no cards that are misfed directly into the slot that you can remove. Then we went to verify that there was no cards in the ribbon portion, and then we went down here and we checked to make sure that there was no cards in the defect tray or along the path, and then we rotated that blue knob to see if any cards advanced that are coming down through the unit that would advance any cards that were stuck there. Okay. All right. One additional point I want to make is you can open the machine and unlock the top unit, pull it to the side, and there is a tray here that you should be able to pull to get a better clear view, just to verify that there's nothing that you see in there, because that would be the path where they come down. So that would be the one last thing that you could look at. Then of course you just have to reseat this, connect it, and lock it.